Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I've done a bit of work in the meantime, so this thing is now definitely a space station and it stays a space station. I had some problems with it. It always basically converted back to a ship. That is due to the option, and that's an error I made in the last episode and in the last time, is that there is an option in the basically advanced game options when you have a world or when you want to load a world. There's an option that is called supported stations or something like that, and I thought you have to turn it off to have the old style of station buildings. So stations that are just placed into the space stay where they are. And that's not true. You have to activate that to get the old station building. So to have a station that is just anchored in space, basically. And that made a bit of the problems I had the last time. So the ship basically kind of every time converted itself back to a ship because it was not anchored to an asteroid or something like that. So you can convert ships into stations, but if you have this option turned off, then you definitely get a ship back the next time you load the world, because it is just a floating object and not connected to asteroids or something like that. If you turn that on, then again, basically the old form of station building. You build a station and it stays where it is without support from an asteroid or something like that. This now works, so I know that when I connect these, basically the Duchessa to this station, I can shoot down materials to the planet and they land mostly where I think they land. Sometimes there's stray rocks that just plunge somewhere else or close to it or something like that. I want to, if I do that, prevent that with the Nanite Factory, because then I can set up a Nanite Factory in the close vicinity to that thing. I have one there, but I want to have a specialized that is just there for cleanup. So everything that plummets next to my funnel system will be grabbed by the nanites and then brought back into the system. I already shot down more ice and I tried to shoot down other things, mainly iron ingots, because I had the feeling that maybe iron ingots behave differently. Don't know. They might have a different weight, but it seems that weight is the thing that is stable, but the mass, all these systems make me crazy, because if you shoot down iron ingots, you shoot down basically more liters of it than if you shoot down ice. Don't ask me, it lands where it is supposed to land. I can now build more on this. Next things I want to do is elongate this thing to get the ships and maybe the living quarters or whatsoever away from the gravity here, because every time I go out of the out of my jetpack, I just get shot somewhere I don't want to be, and I already died on this spire because I wanted to go to the to the reactor here, control everything, and for some reason I turned off my jetpack and I just was crushed into the spire there, or this pillar. Okay, I have some solar panels on here to give this thing power. I added a laser antenna to it and replaced the Icarus 1 satellite that was here. I removed that because now we don't need it anymore. We have the station in orbit and can use these antennas to spread our our radio network over the system from here. That works out. I turned off the laser. It is not needed anymore. And the next things I want to do is maybe get rid of these blocks and set some more connectors up and hope that they also shoot into the same direction, and the stuff that comes out there also lands in my funnel system. I did some work on the Duchessa in the meantime. For some reason it it got me, and I started to work on the Duchessa a bit more. You can see that I have removed the hydrogen tanks from down here and the reactors that I had placed down here, and I moved the hydrogen tanks to here because the Duchessa will not have the amount of drones that I thought it would have, because now I have the beam laser on it and the nanites. We don't need a lot of drones anymore. So I want to keep two, one on this side and one on the other side of the connectors, to maybe have the chance to put drones on there. But I'm thinking about replacing this part here too, maybe for reactors or for more hydrogen tanks. I'm not sure at the moment. I will leave the oxygen tanks down here. I don't think that they look too bad, but having the hydrogen tanks and the reactors sticking out here was a bit too much for me, and I replaced one of the cargo containers in here with a reactor that works a lot better. Then I placed a TIM module in here too, so we have where do I have it? We have the Duchessa now under TIM control too, and can have the basically the artificial intelligence of TIM to sort all the stuff. I named the cargo containers accordingly, and now we have it a bit a bit nicer in here. So I also placed down some more doors. We can close this now, and we could pressurize the front here, but at the moment I don't need that. Good. Okay, the Duchessa can stay here for now. As long as I'm working on the station, we will keep the Duchessa here and basically have the Duchessa help to prepare the station. The station takes a bit of shape in my mind. I want to basically have this long spire for the cannon, and then maybe go a few blocks out to be able to set up a different gravity there and have this farther away from the station, so that we can I hope that if I set up some nanites on the station, that I don't run into problems with the nanites picking up all the materials that I shoot out when I'm a certain distance away from the mechanism down here. The nanites in my tests had a range of around 500 meters, and if I can get as far away with the nanites as possible, then I hope that they are not able to just pick up what I shoot out. That has to be tested. I don't want to always turn off the cleanup mechanism, because the cleanup mechanism of the nanites is nice, but not for the ores. It would be neat, and maybe that's an option that comes later. It would be neat if the nanites were able to distinguish between things, so that we maybe could say don't pick up ores. That would be neat. Let us go down to the planet. I did some work there too. And I want to show you what I've done there. Let me go down to the planet. We will meet back there. This is the funnel system, or the collector system, however you want to call it. This picks up the stuff that I dropped down here, and it does a good job. Sometimes, and that's a thing, I don't know if I can prevent that, the stuff comes down and basically springs up again, so it comes down and then hits this thing and just bumps up again, and then this stuff lands on in very different places around here. But I connected it up to the station. We can go down there in a second. I removed the connection after that was done, so this not so good looking part here is gone now. I can also remove this. I had this here just for the laser antenna, and I now removed it. We can clean this up. That always makes yeah, that always is nicer to clean the things up. Makes the area look better here. And then I can go and design, don't know, something around the system here. It's an 11 by 11 system of collectors. It might be a bit too big because if the stuff lands in the right direction, it is very precise. So the stuff comes down here and normally hits the same part of the contraption down here over and over again. If it springs up again, that is something completely different, but it happens basically from the same point on the funnel system. When it goes away from the funnel system, it usually is far away, so it might be too big, but I will keep it that way. I can remove this part here too. I want to make it look a bit nicer. This can't stay that way. The cargo container can go too, and the whole blocks here can go. I will start to remove that from up there. Let us go underground, and I can show you. It's nice to be in the business of digging into the voxels here again. I want to do more of that. I dug out this tunnel. Let me turn on my lights. I dug out this tunnel here and connected it up. What you can do is, the nice thing with space engineers is you can count. That's the thing. If you have basically one grid is the word, then you can definitely count the blocks that you are away from things, and then just dig for so and so much blocks into that direction and so much blocks into the other direction, and you should always hit the right blocks. System works. That's a good thing. Today I am just updating you on what I've done here. Maybe we try and do some building on the funnel system, but mostly I want to just update you what happened here. Good. The next things for this station down here will be cleaning up more of the stuff down here. I want to remove the reactor that is positioned there, move it to somewhere else for now, and have it maybe, don't know, in one of the corners for now. And then I want to dig out a bit more somewhere, don't know, somewhere around here, and put the reactors underground so they are protected from whatever hits us here. I tested out a new weapon system, but it doesn't work. That's sad. I have the lasers, and the lasers do a relatively good job with a low amount of damage. So I think I can use them for missile defense or something like that. I wanted to test this thing. This is a Lancer. It was described as basically a phaser. So that's one thing I want to have. I want to have a continuous blast of energy, not this Gatling stuff, single shots or so. I would like to have a beam weapon or something like that. That would be neat. This thing doesn't work. It says it is out of ammo, and the ammo that comes with it, I can't load it in there, and so I don't know how these work. This is a thing that was built as basically a stationary weapon for ships, and then the mod author went into it and built the turrets. Someone else picked it up to update it to the newer versions, but these also don't work for now. Good. Okay. I want to work on the stuff around the base, make the base look a bit nicer again. So I want to start with removing the platform there, and then maybe start building a bit on a structure around the funnel system. That's one thing we could do. For now, it's the weekend, and I just want to build a bit. I did work yesterday and all that stuff, so this I need a bit of relaxed building now, I would say. So and we need to take a look at other things. Yesterday I watched a stream of another YouTube Space Engineers player or presenter, content producer, however we call us. I talked about him already. Epic Tech, good guy, does vanilla Space Engineers. We talked a bit about what his motivation is, why he is doing vanilla Space Engineers, and why he didn't consider to do something with mods. We came to the we came to the conclusion he was busy building stuff, getting ideas from his viewers. I should stream too, but my biggest problem with streaming is that whenever it is the time for my American viewers to stream, then I need to go to bed usually. So we will need to find a way there. I got comments about it. I should stream and maybe think about more of the European viewers and just stream for them. That's also a thing. We need to find a good way, maybe a middle ground time for everybody. So in the evening for the European guys, and then don't know if we can go for the weekends. Maybe we can do something in the late or early afternoon for the American viewers. That would be a thing. Maybe that should happen. Streaming is one of the things that I really like, but that I only have done a few times. I got some, usually around, 10 to 15 viewers for streaming when I did it for Minecraft, or I think I did it for Space Engineers once too. Biggest problem with that is that Space Engineers is, for some reason, my computer, when it comes to Space Engineers, is not happy to run my Chrome browser and Space Engineers at the same time. I would have to find a solution for that too. Maybe set up a second computer or so, just to see the stream and see the comments. Not sure. Would have to think about stuff like that, how I could do it. This is all too crazy for me. Good. I think we keep this episode a bit shorter. I will do some more work here. Come back to you when I have ground most of that stuff away. One thing I really want to have in the future is the ability to plant or move trees or something like that. Because at the moment we can just demolish them, but we can't bring them back. And now I have this big empty space here where there were trees before, but I removed them for the platform and all that stuff. Now, now it's empty, and I would like to fill it a bit. That's the problem. I would like to maybe remove these ones and then plant some more on the outskirts, because I want to have the space basically around the base as a perimeter for, don't know, for protection or something like that, so you can see. But in the distance I want to have the trees. That's one thing that I'm really missing. Okay, you can see I cleaned up and I already started a basic shape of what I want to have here. Give me a sec. I'm still struggling with my cold, and I still have to sometimes clear my throat and all that stuff. Good. I have a problem here. I hope I didn't mess up here. This is the connection to the base. Hope that I could re-establish that. I shouldn't have disconnected that. Okay, you can see that I want to have a bit of a tower-like or really funnel-like structure. I want to go a bit above the perimeter of the collectors here, and maybe slope it inwards or so, that whenever something hits the thing and jumps up again, then maybe it comes down somewhere close to it, and I can funnel it back into the area of the collectors there. Down here I want to have it a bit sloped inwards to have a bit of a narrow structure on the bottom that might look nice. And in the inside I will make a connection from somewhere down there, a connection basically to the inside of this thing here, and then place another Nanite Factory here. Just set it to cleanup, so it just works when there is cleanup to do. That should prevent it from taking up too much energy, because at the moment we only have this one reactor. I'm not sure how much more material I have for other things down here. That's a thing we need to change in the future. Okay, here I want to basically go and do some more terraforming. So what we could do is just dig into that direction a bit, go up, and then we should come on, we should maybe say or find out where our borders will be for the inside of the funnel building here. Okay, this will be the outer walls. That should be okay. And now I can just dig down a bit here to see that I find, come on, find a connection to, yeah, see that? Find a connection to this this conveyor line here and close this hole off. I want to close maybe all these holes I dug so that nothing can enter the station through these holes. That's maybe, I don't know if in the future the wolves or so will get so intelligent that they search for maybe holes in structures and enter structures that way. So I want to be better safe than sorry, and it looks a bit nicer to have these holes closed here. Okay, good. Okay, that's my thoughts for this thing. I will finish that up, and then hopefully for the next episode we will have some more work done here. Good people, that's all for today, I would say. Just an update so you know what happened in the last few days, what I've built, what I've done and all that stuff. And I will do some more work here now, I would say. And we will meet us back on Wednesday. Okay, people, if you liked the episode, then please leave a like on it. And yeah, leave a comment if you have something to say. And don't know, if you're new here, then please subscribe or consider subscribing. And I hope to see you in the next episode. See ya, guys.